Hey guys, Will Silvers here, Driver Mojo. Today we're driving a Lazer spot truck and we're going to hook up to a trailer and show you the inspection that I do on every single hookup, and just to let you know how to go through the procedure. And it's pretty easy once you get into a flow with it. So here we go. We've got a door over here, 101. We're getting ready to pull out. First things first, is that a red light or a green light on the dock? We're going to check it out. And we are looking at a green light, so we are clear to pull in to this trailer and pull it out. Red is dead. You don't make any moves on red. Now sometimes you can call it in on the radio and they will clear it for you. Other times the door is broken. But if you see a red light, call your manager if they want you to pull it out. Do not pull it without your manager's approval. Okay, we're backing on in, we're centering up. And boom, we're in there. Okay, we're gonna put it in gear and we're gonna do tug test. We didn't move, that's good. All right, that's the first part. Now apply the brakes, and we have a handle right here. Raise the fifth wheel. We're gonna raise it on up. I do it for a count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you can see that thing raising on up. Let's go outside and check a few things out. We're gonna hook up our service lines. Blue, electrical, and our red line. Watch your step as it's going down. 3 points of contact at least. All right. So as we come down here, we're going to look for a little hole in the fifth wheel, and it's a piston that pushes in. If that is in, that means that the jaws are locked around the shank of the kingpin. So we're going to peek in right here. You see that hole right there? If that was flush, that would be no lock. But because it's in, that's a good sign. Next thing we're looking at is the no clearance right here. There is no space between the plate and the drive shaft. We're gonna peek our head up in here, and there's actually a light that shines up in there. It's very nice, and you can see that the jaws are locked securely around the shank of the kingpin. Always, always, always watch your head if you're gonna do this, and take note of your clearance. That was a 5 count. That's fine. That's at least 5-6 inches off the ground. We're traveling about 2 miles to the warehouse over here, or from the manufacturer. So we need to be able to go over hills and bumps, and that's enough to not drag that. We don't have to worry about any hand cranking. We use the hydraulic lift. On down to the end, we're going to check that our doors have double securement. Now this is just a great idea, because a lot of damage comes from doors swinging wide, and you'll get a lot of these doors that just have really broken or flimsy securements. We use wire ties here. This one's on there properly. That's good. Now it's not as big of a deal because there is nothing on this side that if that door was to swing open, there's nothing that it could hit. We're going to pull forward and close that door and get ready for travel. But this is just a normal inspection that you're going to go through and checking your double securements on your ride before you take off. If there was a trailer parked in this spot here, then you would have an issue if that door was to swing wide, and then you would damage that other trailer, and that would be a preventable accident. You'd be out of some money because you'd have to report the accident, and then you'd be out too because it's time for a drug test, right? Any kind of accident, you're gonna have it. So we got both of our double securements on there. We are ready to travel. This is a capacity. There's only 3 of those in the fleet with this in Indiana. This is a Lazer spot truck. All right. Okay, so now that we've done our inspection, we are ready to roll. We're going to apply two air brakes, give them a second to energize. Takes a second for all that air to work its way through to the brake chambers, and release those spring brakes, because you got powerful spring brakes and they got to be pushed back by the air. So it takes a few seconds. You can feel it let loose. All right, so we're going to pull forward just a bit, out of the way. Nobody's on the docks here today, so this is a really good day to do this training video. Yeah, we don't have to go too far. We just want to get out of the road. Come to a stop, apply our brakes. Now this is your second chance to check everything out as well. Make sure that you've got plenty of clearance for your travel. Check out your tires as well, but the main points that we went through: checking the pin, the plate, the clearance on the landing gear, the jaws, and your secondary securement. Those are things I do every single trip to prepare for travel. Now sometimes travel is just from this dock door over to the yard and park it in the spot. Other times, and we're also gonna, good thing to check is make sure it's empty. If they say it's an empty, we're pulling an empty from the door. And sometimes you're gonna pull them out and there'll be product in there. And sometimes that's expected. But right now I'm working on an empties list, so everything I'm pulling right now should be empty unless there's an error. And if we find product in there, and that's happened from time to time, they've got it marked on their list as empty, and it's not. Doors are secure, top and bottom, both sides. Everything looks good. We are ready to roll. Hope you found this helpful. Like, subscribe, share. We're going to have some more videos coming to you on Lazer Spot, on how to drive a spot truck, different techniques for getting yourself set up and backing these things in. It's a fun job, it's an active job, and it's a good job for people just coming out of school. It's a no experience type job, so you can get your CDL and you can come and start driving and make you an okay wage. Drive for about 4, 5, 6 months, and then you can work anywhere, because most places are asking for 6 months of experience. This right here, I think, is an awesome job just to start with, because of a couple things. In truck driver training school, they don't teach you how to back into a dock. You're gonna back into so many docks. You're gonna hook and release. And I never even, until I went for my first drive, test drive with this company, that was the first time I ever even touched the service lines. That was the first time I ever hooked these cables up, and I fiddled with it a bit. He had to tell me how to do it. They don't even teach you how to do that in truck driver school. We never coupled, coupled or uncoupled. Now, we learned all the parts, but we never coupled and uncoupled. So this is a great job for learning how to get your reps in, get some experience moving that trailer around, getting it wiggled in there, finding your lines, finding your spots, and just getting some good experience in there. Something to put on the resume for that next job. It's a great stepping stone. Or for those of you that just want to be home daily and you don't mind. You don't mind. You're going to be out here in the weather. Today is beautiful as hell, but I've been out here in ice and snow, and when I first started, there was big old snow mounds right there, and my challenge was backing in a confined space because I couldn't pull forward with snow mounds. So you're going to learn. This is going to give you some good experience in the meantime. Hope you found this helpful. We're going to cut it short here. Check you out in the next video. Take it easy.